Welcome to the McFarland Report. We're so glad to have you. Thank you for tuning in to Mine, Mississippi. This is the McFarland Report with your very own Kenneth McFarland. And guess who we have in the building today? We have our very own Jay Jordan. He's the councilman, city councilman of Columbus, Mississippi, of Ward 5. Welcome to the McFarland Report.
Thank you, Kenneth. I'm pleased to be here.
We're so glad to have you. This conversation means a lot because you're in my area over there where the Boys and Girls Club is.
Yes, sir.
So we'll talk about that later.
That's great.
Look, we want to ask a few questions of you so that the people of Columbus and the surrounding areas know exactly where you're coming from. Can we begin that?
That's great.
Well, let's start with your childhood. Tell us a little bit about who you are when you were a child.
Well, thank you. That was a long time ago, and I grew up in Lowndes County and in Columbus. I'm a native Columbian. About 50 years ago, and I was born and have lived here and enjoyed Columbus all my life. We generally lived west of the river in the prairie and grew up there, but I've lived in my adult life here in the city and have really enjoyed it. And my childhood was great. Loving parents and two sisters, one older and one younger, so you can imagine I got away with very little at home, getting home from school.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So it was a great childhood. It was nice growing up in a peaceful surrounding in the country.
Oh, that's great. What do you feel you've learned most as a child that you can carry on with you into adulthood?
You know, I think it's the golden rule to treat people as you would have them treat you, and that's carried on with me. Also, honesty, be honest. The one thing that people can't take from you is your name and your integrity. So try to be honest and truthful in everything you do.
I'd like to know, what do you do exactly for fun? You into sports? What do you do?
Well, I'm an outdoorsman. I used to hunt and fish an awful lot. Now I watch my sons. I have 3 sons, and I generally watch them in the afternoons or whatever their activities are, whether it's football or soccer or baseball. And we still do enjoy hunting and fishing an awful lot, and my wife as well enjoys that.
Besides all that, what are some of your major accomplishments?
I tell you, major accomplishments, that's a hard one because I've been blessed with a wonderful life. And probably just having my family. I feel like I have a wonderful family that is supportive and loving, and all of my family, not just my immediate family. So I was fortunate enough to marry into a great family, and so it's been fun for me.
That's a safe answer.
That's a real safe answer, particularly if my mother-in-law and father-in-law are watching.
Well, since we're talking about your wife, I understand that you guys own a number of businesses. Tell us something about those businesses.
I've been in the real estate business here in Columbus for 30 years, and primarily in the appraisal business. And I've also done property development and construction. My wife is the real entrepreneur. She started years ago in the computer consulting business and then established a company here, as a matter of fact, in this same building, the Internet Learning Center, TILC. TILC went on to be merged and create Eric's Technologies, which eventually moved to Jackson and were one of the largest internet service providers in the state. She's no longer with Eric's, and that company was sold several years ago. And she now is involved with Sylvan Learning Centers in several communities in the state. But she's the entrepreneur, and she's the one that enjoys doing varied activities and varied businesses, and I've just enjoyed doing what I've been doing for 30 years, and that's real estate. And of course, we're entering a great market right now in real estate. The activity that's going on now with the new industry that's come in town has really sparked development, which we hadn't seen in a long time, and we're pleased to be in this area of opportunity right now.
Well, it's also great talking to a real estate agent. If you can find me anything, let me know. We'll talk later.
Good deals with that.
Now, we're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Jay Jordan about his path to politics, and we're going to get back with you right after these messages.
Will Colum's dad used to say, if you don't keep your promises, you can promise anything. At the Colum Law Firm, we always try to keep our promises in keeping our community safe from those who pollute it, those who fail to protect our workers, and those who deceive their customers. Some lawyers promise a fast buck, something for nothing. We ask juries for what's fair. Nothing more, nothing less. The Colum Law Firm, a different kind of lawyer.
On-time transportation, Stephen and Paula James would like to serve you. Professional service 24 hours a day. Call them at 662-241-6600 or go to their website www.ontime-ms.com.
Give us a call at On Time Transportation, where we will meet all of your transportation needs on time.
Serenity Christian Supplies, located at 1906 Military Road, Columbus, Mississippi. Call us at 662-328-4445. We want to supply all of your Christian supply needs. Here at Serenity Christian Supplies, we have it all. Pete and Anika Perkins, realtors at JTS and Company. Call them at 662-329-9090 or 662-242-1694. They are located on 114 4th Street South, or write them, P.O. Box 1071, Columbus, Mississippi 39703. Call Pete and Anika Perkins. They are the family that can get you into a home. Welcome back. We are here speaking to Jay Jordan, the Ward 5 councilman of the city of Columbus, and also a mayoral candidate, so you better watch out, because this could be our next mayor. Congratulations. We're glad to still have you now.
Thank you. I'm enjoying this tremendously.
Now, I need to ask you some more questions, and I know you've been doing a beautiful job, but this one is very important. When did you start considering politics?
I would like to say it was when I was 3 years old, but actually it was later in life. It was probably high school time. I was class president in my high school, but that wasn't really politics. You know, that's just doing something that nobody else would do. Mm-hmm. So that's how I got started in it. And I really hadn't been a political figure. I've just been one of those that enjoyed our community and see things that needed to be done, and have been involved in several organizations here in our community. And when the opportunity came to serve as councilman, I thought that was a great thing to do for a community that I've loved. And the same thing with mayor. I just see that as a great opportunity. I see Columbus as a great opportunity. And
so is the Ward 5 your first political?
Yeah, that's the first elected office that I've had.
Congratulations. So you're learning on the job.
Yeah, it is. And it's a school of hard knocks, but we're getting there.
I'm telling you. What were some of your biggest challenges in running for Ward 5 as city councilman, and what do you feel is the difference between that and this race?
The biggest challenge, I think, in a citywide election is seeing the people, being out there and seeing the people door to door. And that was difficult enough in Ward 5, because Ward 5 is a large ward, and we tried to get out, and I tried generally to do the walking myself in the meeting, and saw a large number of people in Ward 5. And then with the city campaign, of course, you can imagine the size of the city. Mm-hmm. And my wife and I have been out the weekends and after work, walking in some of the neighborhoods, and I hope that we'll be able to see everyone. Of course, I know we won't, and it's not possible to see everyone.
We hope you see everyone. They see you on this show.
I hope they're watching the McFarland Report right now.
Tell everybody. We're doing it here. So where have you seen politics in Columbus come from since you began, and where do you see it going?
Politics in Columbus, and I've not been a study of politics. I think Mr. Dave Evans was at Politics 101. He was the one that studied politics, and you could always rely on his assessment to be a fair and accurate one. But politics in Columbus, this is still a small community, and this is local politics. Mm-hmm. This is meeting and greeting the local people and doing what the local people want done in a community. And so when people ask, what's my platform or what I stand for, generally my response is, what do you think we need? What do you think it should be? Because certainly there's no one on the council, and there's no one, if elected mayor, that can wave the wand and say, this is what we're going to get. Mm-hmm. But if we know what's important and what's on people's minds, then those will be our goals and our challenges to meet those. So it's just knowing what people want here and trying to get out and find out what people want, and I've enjoyed it. I don't see it really. I don't see the politics, and I don't, because I'm just not a politician. I guess I'm just more of a guy that would do it when no one else would, you know, like high school. But I've enjoyed it, and it's been gratifying to me.
Well, I heard that you were asked by the governor to get into the race. Do you know the governor personally?
No, I wish I did. I think he's done a great job with the state, particularly after the Katrina crisis. I'd love to meet him. I've never met the governor.
So why do you think he asked you to come and join?
You know, I don't really know how that happened. It was an honor to have a phone call, and of course I was doing what I do on a daily basis, and I was out in my car on the street here and get a cell phone call, and at first I said, well, this can't be the governor. Somebody's playing a prank, and it got in my voicemail actually. So I did call the number back, and he said, "This is Governor Barber, and I'm on the West Coast, as you may know." And he's an endearing person, even on the telephone.
Well, maybe he can call and ask me to do something as well.
He should call in if he's watching right now.
Well, that is great. What do you feel some of your biggest challenges have been as a business owner?
I've been fortunate to be in the same business for a long period of time, and serving the public in Columbus and Lowndes County as a real estate appraiser for almost 30 years. The challenges that I've met as a business owner have been more in the industry, in the changing industry that we've had in the real estate business. Meeting those challenges and staying current with technology and with the resources that are available. The business environment in Columbus, I find, to have been good for me over the last 30 years. I'm real pleased to see the opportunities open up here, and the job creation here, and the different aspects of my business that are, as in development. There hadn't been a lot of development, but now there are opportunities for development. There's opportunity for new housing. There's opportunity to create new segments of housing that are necessary, affordable housing. We need to have a place for people to live. We're going to be inviting people to come to our community through these jobs, and we need to be a city of choice. We need to be that city that people choose to live in. Not that they have to go to for the job, but that they want to live in it in Columbus.
That's very well put. We're going to take a break for a few commercials, and when we come back, we're going to ask Jay Jordan some very important questions. One of which, what is his platform, and what makes you the best candidate for our next mayor? This is Kenneth McFarland. We'll be with you. We'll be right back.
Thank goodness, real lawyers aren't like the ones on television. They seem willing to do anything to get ahead, letting their ethics and principles fall by the wayside. At the Colum Law Firm, we always try to act with integrity. We ask juries to do justice to our clients as well as to the other side. We will not do anything to win, except work hard. The Colum Law Firm, a different kind of lawyer.
Pete and Anika Perkins, realtors at JTS and Company. Call them at 662-329-9090 or 662-242-1694. They are located on 114 4th Street South, or write them, P.O. Box 1071, Columbus, Mississippi 39703. Call Pete and Anika Perkins. They are the family that can get you into a home. Serenity Christian Supplies, located at 1906 Military Road, Columbus, Mississippi. Call us at 662-328-4445. We want to supply all of your Christian supply needs. Here at Serenity Christian Supplies, we have it all. On-Time Transportation, Stephen and Paula James would like to serve you. Professional service 24 hours a day. Call them at 662-241-6600 or go to their website www.ontime-ms.com.
Give us a call at On-Time Transportation, where we will meet all of your transportation needs on time.
Welcome back to the McFarland Report. We are having a wonderful time here with our very own councilman of Ward 5, Mr. Jay Jordan. I want everybody to say thank you for having him. We thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now we're going to ask a few more questions, and then we're going to let you talk to the people of Columbus. The first thing we talked about before we left was what makes you the best candidate for mayor, and what is your platform?
Well, let's talk about the platform first, and then we'll discuss the other question.
Okay.
The platform is like I said earlier, I want to know what the people want in Columbus. But generally, everybody wants the same things. They want jobs. They want a good quality of life. They want good education. They want good infrastructure. And those things are things that are obtainable through the city, and they're things that the councilman and the mayor should work toward. The jobs are coming. They're coming, and our goal is going to be to have a labor pool that can meet the needs for the jobs in the next 5 to 10 years, and have an educated labor pool. And we can do that through our public schools and through MUW here, Mississippi State, EMCC, job training. I think we can meet those needs for jobs and the creation for a labor pool for those jobs. The infrastructure, as you know, there's been very little funding in the past year to do infrastructure needs because of our budget, and the financial stability appears to have been restored somewhat in the city with now having a surplus of funds in the reserve and being able to do some of the things that the city needed, including a new fire truck and a new police cars for our policemen, that now they don't have to go out or won't have to go out and look and see which car starts before they can start their shift.
That's a good thing.
That is a great thing, particularly when you're the one called 911.
This is true.
So we're addressing some of those needs, a new fire truck to keep our fire rating where it should be, and a salary increase, wage increase for our workers in the city. So there have been some things that have happened with the restoration of the financial stability here. Then, you know, we still have paving, and that's a big issue for our streets, and we're working towards that with a budget now of almost $500,000 for paving, compared to $25,000 last year. We hope that we can do some paving of streets that are in most need. We've asked the city engineer to prioritize those streets so that there's no political influence into who gets what street paved, you know. And the one in front of my house, I'm happy to say, is not on that list, but it needs paving, but there's no political pull there. We do have about 7 or 8 streets that will be paved, and we're looking forward to that because they need it terribly. The quality of life, you know, the quality of life here in Columbus can't be matched by many places. We have the 10-time waterway for recreation. We have several state parks around here for recreation. We have hunting lands available. We have soccer, baseball, softball, a very active recreational authority here that tries to meet the needs of our public in both the city and the county. And so quality of life, our health system is growing to be one of the best in this region, with Baptist Memorial Hospital here and Baptist System, with the addition that they've done and the doctors that they're bringing in. It's filling the need for our health care. So, you know, Columbus is truly becoming that city of choice I spoke about earlier. And it's the things people want. It's what we want, and it's what we'll do in our best to meet the needs of the people. Why I think I might be the best candidate, I've lived in Columbus all my life, and I know what the needs are, I think, but I still want the input. And believe me, we get input on the city council as to what our needs are, and it's good. We appreciate that. But I've been involved with the Chamber of Commerce. I was chairman and president of the Chamber of Commerce. I've been involved with the Columbus Lounge Development Link, sat on the executive committee for the link, was part of that team that did the consolidation of the Chamber and CLETA back 3 or 4 years ago, and to create the link. I've also been involved with our Main Street program downtown. I'm the director there and been a president of that board in the past. And of course our downtown is a spotlight throughout the state. It's recognized by the Main Street organizations of the state and the national organizations as being one of the best main streets in the state. We have downtown now over 100 apartments in the second floor living area. And those city dwellers that come in after 5 generally help support the downtown with their restaurants, and it's just a viable area. It's full of energy, and people that visit downtown realize that and want to come back. These are things that make Columbus attractive to people moving from other areas, and we just want to portray that. And I feel like I've had the experience of growing with those organizations and implementing some of the plans that have made them successful and have made the downtown area of Columbus successful. The economic development issues that the link faces, I think I can meet with some knowledge of what's going on, having dealt with retail developers across the United States, having been to trade shows involving shopping centers, having talked with developers as they've come to Columbus. They've indicated what their needs and desires are. So, you know, it's just a a matter of having some knowledge of the workings of the real estate industry, as well as working with the local organizations that I feel add to my
resume.
Resume. That's add to my resume. So, and I look forward to serving if elected. I really am excited about the prospects of that, and if elected, I can assure you I'll be open to suggestions from anyone, because I'm going to tell you, it takes all in a community to make a community.
Now, you talked about all of the things that are going on, and some good things are going on in Columbus. There's a lot of good things. This is a beautiful city, and we have a lot of things to look forward to. But can you lay out your primary goals for the city if you're elected?
Well, I think the primary goals are to maintain the labor pool that's available to keep our city growing. Because the thing that's going to stop or would hinder us now is if we have jobs available and we don't have people to fill those jobs. We have to have a trained labor pool to do that. And it's my desire that my children and my grandchildren might live in Columbus, and that there are opportunities here for them. And if they choose to leave and go and live somewhere else for a period of time, I want to have those opportunities available for them to come back if they want to and have a great lifestyle, be close to their daddy and their granddaddy at some point, and grandmother. And it's just our plate is full of opportunities, and we just need, and that's the jobs. That's growth, maintaining growth, and planning for growth is to me the biggest issue that we'll have in Columbus.
Oh, that is so true. We have a lot of our students, those kids that are living here now, going to school here, leaving to go take a line to New York and other major cities.
Yeah.
And we want to keep some of those great talents right here.
Absolutely.
Because we have some things to offer as well. Now, this is the big question for me. Many people talk about unification. That is the biggest question. Do you feel that this is a challenge?
Well, I think it is a challenge. I think it's a challenge for everyone. But we need to work as one. We need to work as one. We won't, you can't work divided. You have to work together. And working as one, I think we can accomplish things that we need to here in Columbus and Lowndes County. And I see it working together with different neighborhoods and different governments and different services that the city and the county have, and education. I mean, we need to look at everything and look at all the possibilities that we can have here in Columbus, and choose those best arrangements that make us the best place to live. And working as one is that's the best way to get there.
That is great. Now, you have looked me in the eye and you have told me these things. Now, we want to give you an opportunity to look our audience in the eye and let them know why you want to be their next mayor.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate that opportunity. I want to be your next mayor because I feel the most capable in taking this city forward and leading us into a city that's desired, a city that becomes that city of choice, and where you want to live and not where you have to live. I can't take all the credit for the city of choice motto or slogan, but the base also has said, Colonel Gerber, the new wing commander at the base, has also said that he wants the base in this command to be the command of choice. I heard it the other day when some of the supervisors were saying they wanted this to be the community of choice. So, it just seems like to me we're kind of all getting on board with making this the best place it can be so that other people want to be here. And I just appreciate the opportunity of coming and speaking with you. I've enjoyed it. It's been a great atmosphere to be able to get my thoughts across, and I appreciate that.
Well, we want to thank you, Councilman, for coming and talking with us and our viewers. We really appreciate it. I think that's the slogan, the community of choice.
That's it.
We want to keep up with that one. Thank you so much. And we want to thank you also for watching. This concludes our mayoral service series. We have spoken with Jay Jordan, current Ward 5 Councilman, Sid Carradine, local businessman, and Robert Smith, interim mayor. Also running in this race is Tom Geiger, local businessman. Now this choice is yours, no matter your choice. You got to remember to vote on October the 10th. Your vote counts towards our future. Now remember, you can watch us Sundays every evening at 5:30 p.m. If you like to submit questions, please send them to us and we will get them back to you, or answers back to you, as quickly as we can. And you see an email address on the screen. We are so appreciative to having all of you, and we're looking forward to you joining me next time. This is Kenneth McFarland, and you're watching the McFarland Report.